Okay.
Well, so I also knew, or believed, I should say, that as a physician head of a health department, in order to be as successful as circumstances would allow, I had to have a good working relationship with the medical community at large, which meant I needed to join the medical society, and I needed, as best I could, get on the staffs of the 4 hospital systems, on their courtesy staffs or consulting staff, as the public health person. And so within the first year of being here, really, I pursued all of those. I joined the medical society, had lots of interesting things happen there over time. And I joined the consulting staffs of all 4 hospitals, the 4 hospitals at the time: St. Thomas, Summa, Akron General, and
Was
Chamelion.
there anything about the aggregate body of the physicians in this community that was unusual? Were there characteristics of this area that were different, you think, than other areas?
Well, yes, a little bit. Of course, remember, I was also now associated with the College of Medicine. So that was another reason to be on sort of the teaching consulting staff for the hospitals, and another reason to connect with the medical society. The medical society here at the time was quite well organized. They had a paid executive director, Sidney Mountcastle. You may have known him or heard of him.
Weren't there 2 medical societies when you first came to town?
No, there was one. Eventually there were 2.
And
That's
then there
another
was one.
story.
Okay.
And I was in the middle of that too. Yes. But there was just one medical society for at least the first half or more of my tenure here. So there are all these reasons to be connected with docs. The medical society was proud of its public health accomplishments. And what they were proud of was the contribution they made to polio immunizations, community-wide polio immunizations. So they teamed up with the health department and got a bunch of physician volunteers and set up sites all around the community, and really did, near as I could tell from the storytelling that went with it, did a pretty good job of helping the community get the polio vaccines distributed, particularly to kids here. So they were happy and somewhat anxious to be connected with the health department. And since I was the health director and at the medical school, and had a residency in internal medicine, I had most of the calling cards, people with news, and I was board certified in public health and preventive medicine. So that made me equal in stature, at least in those ways, to any of the other specialty physicians in town.
If I could, as I listen to what you had to do, I picture a chameleon that you cut into 5 pieces. And there were 5, you had to almost get along with some very diverse groups. Academia at the medical school, that's one group. Management at a medical school, that's another group. And then you have the folks in public health, that's another group. You have the heart surgeons, that's another group. You have the medical society, that's another group. And then there's that entity called local government that's the most fun to work with of all. And so I'm just saying that this is a tough thing to ask somebody to do.
Maybe. I wasn't asked to do all these things, of course. It was my decision to do a lot of this. I was given carte blanche, really. The directions I got from the Board of Health, besides run the health department and do what a health director does, was please do what you can to connect the health department with this brand new medical school. And at the medical school was Dr. Stan Olson and Dr. Robert Liebelt were the two major players at the medical school.
Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to just stop and we'll restart.
Recording stopped.
Ardith.